Hey YouTube, what's going on guys? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day. Today we got massive news on Healthier Choices Management Corp, ticker symbol HCMC. And no, this has nothing to do with the lawsuit that HCMC has filed against Philip Morris. Now the last couple days, HCMC has been in fire. Price increase like crazy. As we saw just a few days ago on Friday of last week, share prices were up over 33%. Even yesterday on Monday, April 19th, share prices were up about 20%. So we're going to talk about the big massive news. We're going to talk more about the price action. So let's get right into the video, but let's first take a look at the charts. So HCMC closed the day at 0.0014, down about 26% on the day. So not doing well today. However, the last 2 days or so have been green days. We were up on this past Friday 33.33% and an additional 20% or so yesterday. However, the trading was quite exciting today as shares skyrocketed at the opening, hitting a high of 0.0020, and the range for today was a low of 0.0013, of course, to a high of 0.0020 with over 3 billion shares traded. Hey guys, if you're receiving value out of these videos, if you're enjoying them, subscribe, like, comment, share, and turn on those post notifications. Thank you. Okay, everybody, let's get right into the news. So it's very refreshing to hear something regarding the company in specific with their business as opposed to always hearing about the lawsuit that they have against Philip Morris. So earlier today on Tuesday, April 20th, Healthier Choices Management Corp files a registration statement for rights offering exclusively for its shareholders. Okay, so now just looking at the press release, Healthier Choices announced that it filed a registration statement on Form S-1 with the SEC for a rights offering to its stockholders. Right off the bat, this is very interesting, very exciting. HCMC is thinking about its stockholders, its shareholders. Now, this is something you don't see all the time, so this is very exciting. So Jeffrey Holman, the CEO of HCMC, released the following letter to HCMC stockholders in connection with the rights offering. Dear valued shareholders, first and foremost, on behalf of the board of directors, our executive staff, and everyone at Healthier Choices Management Corp, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our valued shareholders for their support through the years, and also to welcome all of our more recent shareholders. Worth mentioning is that our shareholder count is now at an all-time high and presently sits at over 400,000 shareholders strong. Wow, this is just incredible. 400,000 shareholders strong. And this explains the explosive volume. And this is very impressive for an OTC traded stock. Jeffrey Holman continues to state, additionally, I would like to publicly thank HCMC's 124 employees who have risen to the occasion during the past year despite the unprecedented challenges associated with the pandemic. Of course, still very positive news, personally thanking the 124 employees, so all of their employees at their physical stores, their online stores, vaping outlets, IP holding company. More recently, there's been a lot of talk about reverse stock split, mainly rumors. So CEO Jeffrey Holman addresses the reverse stock split rumors within this release. So he continues and states, before I discuss the present rights offering to our shareholders, I would like to state clearly that this rights offering should not be confused with a reverse stock split. The company is not pursuing a reverse stock split concurrently or in conjunction with this rights offering. Please also note that in general, if the company's board of directors at some time in the future deemed it the best interest of the company and its shareholders to recommend a reverse split, it would have to send out a proxy to the common shareholders detailing its reasons. It would then need to be approved by shareholders owning over 50% of the common stock of the company. Without this majority stakeholder approval, no reverse stock split can occur. So once again, this is great news. HCMC is not going to announce a reverse stock split and blindside all of us shareholders. So all this information is very exciting. So HCMC is stating that if they were to consider a reverse split, a proxy would need to be sent out to all the common shareholders detailing their reasoning. And they would require the approval from the shareholders getting more than 50% of the shareholders. And if they don't get that 50% or more, a reverse split cannot happen. So with this, of course, it's still very uncommon that they are looking out for the best interest of the shareholders, actually asking them and presenting the information to them prior to doing something of this nature. Now continuing with the announcement, now onward to the rights offering. In order to finance the expansion and protection of our intellectual property and the company's various growth initiatives, HCMC will require additional funding. In an effort to achieve this funding in a potentially non-dilutive manner to current shareholders, our board has decided to move forward with a rights offering exclusively for our shareholders. The rights offering essentially allows our shareholders the ability to purchase our common stock directly from the company at a discounted price. We hope to achieve our goal of raising capital and building a significant war chest while offering you the right to participate and not face the dilution that typically happens when a public company receives an investment from an investment fund or institutional investors. So a couple things to point out here in this last paragraph that HCMC has presented. They're first stating that they didn't want to dilute the stock. They are not diluting the stock shares. So this is very positive news for us. And I think that's where a lot of the confusion came today with the share prices in the decline. A lot of people saw this as diluting the stock and started panic selling. As well, they also mentioned that shareholders would be able to purchase stock directly from HCMC, however, at a discounted price. So this is something very new. This is something that typically doesn't happen. You don't see this happening very often with companies within the stock market, especially an OTC traded stock. So now let's take a look at why HCMC is performing this right offering and what is the purpose of this. So going back to the press release, the purpose of this right offering is to raise equity capital in a cost-effective and potentially non-dilutive manner that provides all of our existing shareholders the opportunity to participate, purchase, and own up to approximately an additional 25% of the company's common stock. If fully subscribed, the company will raise up to $100 million in gross proceeds. The net proceeds will be used for general working capital purposes, including the protection of our intellectual property rights through litigation and other methods, funding future research and development for both our intellectual property suite and product offerings, and funding growth initiatives and expansion for our health, food, vitamin and supplements and vape segments, both online and in brick and mortar stores. Now, this $100 million is quite impressive, quite a huge number, because the market cap of this stock is only around $400 million. Now, here in the document, they list more details. So they're stating for every 4 shares of common stock that you own, you will be entitled to purchase 1 share of common stock directly from the company at a discounted price. This right is referenced to as a basic right. Purchase price will be a 25% discount to the volume weighted average price, VWAP, of the sales price of our shares of common stock on the OTC Pink Sheets for the 5 consecutive trading days ending on the expiration date of the offering. This price is called the actual subscription price. So by way of example, if the VWAP as described above is 0.0016, your discounted actual subscription price would be 0.0012 per share. Now, to build on that, after the company has completed the process with the SEC, you will be given an estimated subscription price, which you will use when sending in your request for discounted shares. So the example is, if the estimated subscription price is 0.0012 and you wish to purchase 1 million shares, you will need to send a payment in the amount of $1,200 to the company. Now, it continues to explain this. So, however, the total amount of shares that you will actually receive will be based upon the actual subscription price once it's finalized at the expiration of the offering. So using the example above, if you submit $1,200 based on the estimated subscription price of 0.0012 and the actual subscription price drops to 0.0010, you will receive 1.2 million shares. If the actual subscription price increases to 0.0014, you will receive 857,143 shares. So in both cases, you will be receiving a 25% discount in the VWAP. So this is something that definitely tells you that HCMC is listening to its shareholders, is following social media, is really understanding what its shareholders want, and are really out to help us out in acquiring shares at a discounted price so we can be more invested into the company. In the event, if you request to oversubscribe and you're not able to purchase the full amount, you will receive a refund for the amount of oversubscribed shares that are not sold to you. As well, if you fully exercise your entitled allotment of shares, you will not be diluted as a result of the rights offering. So they continue to speak on how the shares are not being diluted. So if you oversubscribe and purchase these additional shares, you will actually increase your percentage of ownership in the company. Now, there's also other information on this document. So if you want to, you could definitely go take a look. I'll post a link down below. As well, you can take a look at the official SEC filing on the SEC website. So once again, a great information from HCMC. It's very refreshing to hear information regarding the company, their goals, their future, where they're headed, vetted what their thoughts are, as opposed to constantly hearing about the lawsuit. Now, the lawsuit is still ongoing and could end up taking years, especially if there's a trial that must happen. So it's great to hear that HCMC actually is doing something on the business side. So this is really great news, because as investors, we are focused on the company, focused on their business, what they're actually doing in their day-to-day operation, what they have planned for the future, what their plans are, how they intend to grow. And I know a lot of you guys love talking about HCMC, hearing all the latest news. So as I get all this information, I will do my due diligence and present the information to you as timely as I can. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it provided you with some value and helps you in your decision with investing in HCMC. But always do your due diligence, guys, because this is still a risky play. It's still an extremely volatile stock. If there are any other stocks you want me to provide due diligence on, please let me know in the comments down below or hit me up on Instagram. Please subscribe and turn on post notifications. As always, guys, happy trading, and I'll see you in the next video.